Yo, what up, gang? So I got a big rip today, and I hope everyone's doing good. We got the cathedral. That's how we do holy shit out here. We crank up through the mountains. It's Sunday morning. So I got a Man Tribe update. I had a download last night about how to do it. Cool things, you know what I mean? So let me just debrief real quick. So as I see it, we got a whole ushering in of a new era. We are the millennial generation. I got the codes from the great generation. We still got a few fights. But what they're learning is kind of level 2 physics and level 2 power, which is kind of like a rational spiritualism. Not to get all heavy, the place is Plato. It's all charged, chi, light, power. There is a formative field. Man's mind is a driving force in that field. There are also beings much larger than you that you are united with, in a sense, kind of like your uncles and aunts, or your grand poppies and padres and papa mamas. And what I'd like to do in my Man Tribe, though, is take you back to like 2011 for me, when I was learning about the power of the subconscious. Because I grew up in the church, ditched the church in college, had some arguments with my grandma and my ma. My grandma at my graduation dinner was like, "I'm worried about this boy. He's going to go to hell." I was like, and then in my first year in the adult world, it was a tough year in my industry. I was in software, and they had forced the hospitals to buy these electronic records, and they weren't ready for it. So we had some weird... I was working with CIOs and CTOs who they were not good people, and I was like, the hell with this shit. By the way, one of my homies, former CEO of a $1 billion org, hit me up yesterday. There are some good CTOs and CIOs out there. Most of them are, actually. But anyway, TLDR, got on a spirit trek. I was up at the University of Wisconsin studying with the objectivists, won some arguments, bought most of the textbooks at the university on like adult psychology, evolutionary theory, David Bohm's physics, crushed, Noetic Institute, all of that. And then I was tracking it more so like the power of the subconscious, but you have basically forces at your disposal that are essential to your ego. Your ego has a particular function, but your other aspects have very particular functions. Nowadays, I'm even beyond that. I work with my multidimensional self, or my team, my elders, my higher selves. I can't tell you how good it is. It's like, how to not be cheesy. It's like, there are moments of bliss, but it's more so like you do your job, you learn your lessons, you become who you are, the alchemy's there, and then they like surprises. It's, how juicy to tell you it could be. So I have a price for it, $333. I'm at about $333 in the video. That adds to $9. One of the things about $9 is there's accomplishment. There's also independence from family, and with a lot of respect, because almost everything good you have comes from family. And I even know it through ancestors. I speak to some of my ancestors, both in my own line and my partner's line, all the time. But part of 9 is to self-actualize and make sure you're self-authoring. And a lot of what you unclip subconsciously is good boy programming. And it's all good. No Disray. But if we're ushering in a new age, like, what is that? And it's pretty fierce, it's pretty fiery, it's pretty playful, it's pretty light, it's a lot less heavy, a lot less negative. Your health, that's the main MO. There's a lot of fear about your health if you don't have Framework 2, but if you have Framework 2, you work your issues far before the layer of disease manifestation. So you're catching it earlier. You know what I mean? You're catching it earlier. You're learning your lessons earlier. You're not ignoring, and then like all of a sudden like everything's in a knot dis-ease, they call it, right? Out of ease, out of flows. So you want to attack it head on. You know, a lot of young men go through initiatory phases and go seek them out, right? I'm not really a plant medicine phase of my life, but I had a phase like that. Like I went and met it head on. I was like, yo, let's do some hard shit. Went to Africa, did the Iboga initiation. That was extremely difficult. I don't recommend this stuff for everyone. You gotta be ready. Point being, you know, we need some hard guys out there who've done the thing. And so the way I'm going to do this Man Tribe this round is kind of a fight. I'm still going to use Diamond Tear. One of my mentors, it's funny. I'll tell this story another time, but homage to him. The thing with Diamond Tear is the first rule Buddha has is shed a tear. Except most guys don't do that from like, there's exceptions. Like my dad did it. My mom's husband did it, but you have to go through a lot of them did. It's starting to happen, but to shed a tear is like, a lot of guys don't ever do that. Aaron Rodgers is doing it. He's got a lot of work to do, but like the first thing you do is you're like, whoa, this like program I'm running isn't level 2. And to level 2, there's a bit of a feminine phase. You got to like kind of like yield to something higher in yourself. And that's the tear. But at the end of the day, it's strong. It's diamond strong, pressure. The pressure. It forms you. I can't even tell you how intense of pain I endured to find my hara, or they teach that in Zen. That Tibetan cold meditation, like a genuine fire that you feel when you meditate. I got there through intense pain. That's how I got there. There's other beings who have a gentler approach. I do have female mentors who didn't have to cook that hard. So Diamond Tear, keeping that from the first 2 rounds, and adding the Phoenix Brawl. So we're going to do a 9-month run. I haven't calculated it, but it's going to end next April. There's a huge eclipse that I know is powerful. I don't get super astrological in my approach, but there are certain things that matter. So it's going through my home states, going through Serpent Mound. And it's going to be, so what's a 9-month run? That would be like, I don't know, September we would start. I'll have to count it up. And we're going to be pretty fit. We're going to be pretty fierce, but the brawl aspect. So the way we're going to do it, it's not going to be too hunky-dory, everybody cry. We are going to pretty fiercely contest each other's positions, both about spirit, reality, and global affairs too. Part of being healthy, you don't always have to split things men and women, but at this phase of my life, I'm working with men. So part about being a healthy man is you need to have an accurate assessment of philosophy, deep forces, your world. Because that's it's an important part of who you are, is kind of like defense or lookout, or the wolf or the predator, and knowing what you're about. You know, I'm about heaven on earth, and I know how to get it done. And so we will have a brawl. A lot of y'all have, in my opinion, a lot of unfurling of misperceptions from Framework 1 science. We'll be gentle. It's teamwork, teamwork, dreamwork. So, short but sweet. Keep it under too long of a vid. Yeah, we're going to do the same sort of style. Google Hangout. We'll have probably like a Slack channel. I know we're going to have a Mutiny channel. We'll have a Fit Fierce channel. The rest y'all can come up with. I'll probably open up my courses again. I'll take a run through them this summer. I may add some. In my own life, my shamanism has been heating up. Like, my body does things that just aren't in the playbook of modern medicine. And it's wild. I mean, energy is real. I did something for my neighborhood yesterday, and Heather and I went to Prescott. This shit's real. Let me just tell you that. Just all day dealing with riffraff. So, you know, we have a lot of work to do. It's playful, but it's serious. And I'm pretty sure we're going to do a culmination trip, which will be optional. And we'll have a martial arts component. I got a homie here who teaches really deep kettlebell work and like postural work. The style of Zen I graduated from. Well, maybe I didn't graduate. That I at least learned horror from was entirely body focused. The only koan was, can you master the psyche through the body? So if you can perfect your posture and your form, there's a lot there. It's not everything. I'm a level 9 boxing teacher myself, and the body's important. There's all sorts of stuff there. Body, mind, you know, where do you draw the line? It all relates. It's a kind of cheese soup out there. So, yeah, you know, that's what we got, and not much more to say out there. Have some fun. I'm trying to see if there's anything else to say. Type of guys I had last time were like pretty high IQ, good people. I mean, you don't have to be, but like, and then a little bit integrated in their feminine already, like kind of like, you know, nothing wrong with meatheads, but like guys who are already kind of like attuned to the intelligence of the field and like growing. You know, God touches certain people, those folk, old souls, and cool cats. Interesting, well-rounded, successful, those types of peeps. Leaders. We are leaders. And everyone has your own way. Let's go. Keep it popping.